What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Matt Fuller Outdoors. Today we're back on the ice. Yes, it's still winter outside. Big storm coming in. It's really windy right now, but wanted to get out and make this video for you guys. I wanted to take you guys through what I look for on a lake when I'm looking for bass. I had a few people message me over those last few videos I did at catching some smallmouth bass through the ice. And so I thought this video could help out some people. So I've got my Humminbird unit right here. I'm using the Helix 7 for on the ice. I use it for the summer as well. The great thing about that is it has auto chart live feature on it. Now a lot of the lakes that I fish don't have any charts on them, so this is a huge key for me. If you're on a lake that already has a chart, this will work just the same for you. But if you don't, auto chart live or another graph that has a mapping software built into it is going to help you huge. So on this screen you see here, we have this lake and we see doesn't get very deep. 46 is the deepest here. It's kind of just like a basin with a steep wall on this side. And if you go over here, the map is populated for a second. It's pretty flat over here, not quite as deep. There's this island here. There's a little bit of structure here and a little bit of structure over here, right where my mark is. So I've gone over this in the summertime with the boat, with the auto chart live, and I know that there's a hump here, and there's also, it's a big shoal. These rock points come out here and to here. So what I'm going to do is show you on the AquaView that I got here. I'm going to drop the camera down, show you guys exactly what structure I'm looking at. But the key for me is finding that structure. Bass love to be on structure, especially through the winter, in the fall. The biggest shortcut I could tell you is get on the lake in the fall, find out where the bass are in the fall. They're not going to move very far from there in the winter time. So these areas where it's structure, they have access to food, they're going to hunker down, they're going to just hang low for the winter. But if you get a bait in their face, they're going to eat it. So I'm going to throw the AquaView down and show you exactly what the structure looks like down there. So on these AquaView cameras, you have three main settings. You can have it just straight horizontal, looking up, or looking down. So for this purpose, I'm just going to have it on this setting. So you just slide the cable in there. Easier if I have it facing towards me. Slide it right in there. And now I'm going to have the camera facing on about a 45-degree downwards. Now this lake doesn't have very good water clarity, so I'm going to have to get pretty close to the bottom before I start seeing anything. But if we're lucky, we'll find the rock we're looking for. I'm at about 16 feet here, and we will see what we can find. Right there is what you're looking for. See all that nice rock? That's what the smallmouth bass are attracted to. So if you're going in the wintertime and you've never fished a lake in the summer, you're gonna have to drill a few holes. An underwater camera helps a ton to find that rock. Oh look, there's really nice boulders down there too. I don't see any fish yet, but we're gonna drop a line down and see if we can attract anything to us. Okay, so I've targeted, I'll put a hole right here. Let me take that off. I'll put a hole right here on the edge of this point. Try here first. If it's not there, try this point, try this point. Try in here. Try on the edge of this hump on top. You know, once you find the structure, from that point you got to figure out where the bass is sitting on the structure. A lot of times you'll find bass all over the structure, but just because you know where they're going to be doesn't mean they're going to be easy to catch. So you might have to move around a little bit, find the active fish. It's winter time, they're going to be lethargic, but finding the fish is half the battle. I'm going to start off today with a Jig and Wrap. Today I'm just trying the Fire Tiger color. Experiment with what forage you have in your lake and what you think will work. Just gonna tip the bottom of it with a minnow head. And there you go. That's what my presentation looks like. Let's drop this jig down and see if we can find an active fish. fish. There he is. Fish number one. We have ourselves a nice smallmouth bass. He's going buck wild. Hope I don't lose him here. There he is, a decent smallmouth bass. He wanted that Jig and Wrap pretty good. Oh, I had to move around the shoal a little bit to find a fish. I haven't been jigging this spot very long, and he showed up on the graph and he munched it. He munched it good. Look at that. That's a solid smallmouth bass. I get the measuring tape real quick and see how long he is. Might need the pliers too, because he's hooked pretty good. All right, 18-inch smallmouth bass. Yes. Well, there you have it. Adequate maps, being able to know differences, changes, searching for that structure. You could waste a lot of time fishing around the whole lake. Now, if your lake only is like just a pretty flat lake with just mud, look for any changes, look for any type of weeds that they could be hanging around. The bass love the structure. So once you find the structure, you'll find the bass. So hopefully this little video helped you out. I'm glad I was able to catch that smallmouth bass. Had to drill a couple holes. Don't get discouraged if you don't find them on your first hole. It's the same thing in the summertime. You gotta look, you gotta find them, fish move, but generally they're gonna be in the same area in the wintertime. You find a piece of structure, go around the piece of structure until you can find the active fish. Hope you guys enjoy this video. We'll see you in the next one.